In case you didn't know, we are in Bournemouth today and I'm going to take you around a little virtual tour, and today we're going to be starting from the B.I.C, which is different from everyone else. And normally people start from the town, but we're going to start from here and then head towards town. A lot of people start in the town itself, but not from this side of Bournemouth, which is actually quite nice. So on the right, we've got the oceanarium. This is a mini sea life, and I used to love going there as a kid. You can see the penguins, although I think they're just chilling out in their little homes. It is a bit cold today, but then again, they are penguins, so I'm pretty sure they're fine in the cold. Coming further down, we've got the Ferris wheel, and then we're going to check out the pier, which is on the right, and of course the famous Harry Ramstoms, which I believe is the UK's largest chip shop. That could all change, but I presume it is because I haven't seen one the same size as Harry Ramstoms. If you are a cocktail person, then you'll love cocktail and restaurant Hot Rocks. Absolutely fantastic place, and they may even have the surfboard, which they normally have. Here's the surfboard, so a lot of people come here and they just stand on it, get their photos. Is it still as wobbly as it normally is? Normally it's just super. Yeah. Always worry a bit if it's going to hold your weight, just because it wobbles so much. But yeah, if you ever want a good photo, get one on the surfboard. Look pretty cool. All right. There's the Ferris wheel. Funny story, don't ever take someone on a first date on a Ferris wheel. It can get incredibly awkward when you run out of ideas to talk about. Cool, here's the oceanarium. If we just come around this side, going to head towards the pier. It is almost December, so it is pretty cold. Over that side's Old Harry Rocks and also Swanage. Definitely a recommended place to go, and also Bournemouth is famous for its sandy beaches, which look amazing all times of year. So the cool thing about this is during the summer you have to pay sometimes to get on the pier, but during this time of year it's generally free, so you can just walk up to the very end and, well, see what the pier has to offer, go to the restaurant. At the end of the pier is that famous zip wire that takes you from the bottom of the pier all the way down onto the beach. Haven't yet had a go on that, but I've seen people do it and it looks quite fun. So maybe come summer I might have another go. I think it's closed this time of year, not 100% sure, but I don't really see many people doing it at the moment, so yeah, could well be closed. Beautiful sandy beaches, they're just amazing. Great times as a kid. For some reason I always favoured the right side of the pier, which is this side, as opposed to the left. I had a kind of, I don't know, irrational fear of sharks being on one side, which made no sense at all. It may be a bit of a dull day and I do see a grey cloud there overlooking, but still, can't get over these beaches, they're amazing. Younger, a few of my mates were jumping off the pier, which I never did. To be honest, I was too afraid as to what was underneath, because you don't really know generally what's at the bottom. But here's the restaurant, and then we've got the zip wire at the top that takes you down onto the beach, which is really cool. It's quite lit up at the moment, which is nice. The good thing about this pier is you can actually walk to the end of it. There's no like kind of blockage that stops you walking any further, so you can actually walk all the way down to the bottom and then check that out. That's the zip wire. It's pretty high. In fact, it's a lot higher than I thought. And that, of course, goes all the way down onto the seafront, onto the beach. What you may not know is in the distance on a really sunny day just over there, you have something called the polar bear. And it says polar bear because it's the white cliffs that are in the shape of a polar bear, which is it's quite cool. We've not checked it out yet, but in the distance you can see Harry Ramsay's. Let's go and check that out. The Air Festival happens every year. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth coming down to. See some amazing things on this beach alone. So normally this is a jet simulator, but obviously it's Christmas and we got the snowman ride, which is probably pretty cool. I've only been on a few simulators, but I can imagine that's quite cool. If you've got a family, maybe something to check out. Alright, let's go to Harry and Ramstoms, the UK's or the world's largest chip shop. Yeah, I've only eaten there probably twice, and yeah, the fish and chips are amazing. They're really good. If you like fine batter on the fish, Harry Ramstoms is the place to go, and also kind of thick cut chips. Again, Harry Ramstoms is the place to go. There's Harry Ramstoms. Wonder if we can be a little bit cheeky and just have a little nosy in the front door. Give you a little tour. Just got to mute this. You can also sit out and have your fish and chips and have an amazing view. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Fish and chips with a view. Happy days. I'm not going to go in today just because I'm not buying any fish and chips today. Now behind me used to be the IMAX. It's now not the IMAX, it's now a crazy golf course, which looks pretty cool. Check it out. But yeah, behind me used to be that IMAX building, and it was about 5 stories, but as you can see, it's now a tourist centre, got crazy golf, and we have a cafe as well. So, to be fair, I think they've used the space wisely. It kind of fits in with the theme of a beach, which is pretty cool. Here's the Ferris wheel. It's quite nice when it's lit up. And Aruba, a great cocktail bar, and food. Again, with a view at the back. It has a nice balcony, so you can chill out, have a cocktail, have a drink, have some food, and enjoy the view. Look at those grey clouds. I think we're going to get absolutely wet. Going under the bridge. Got some new artwork going on. I thought that was a stormtrooper then, it's not. And of course, because it's more of the Christmas season now, we've got more of these huts, food, which is quite nice. And you see more of the decorations as well. But if you want to check out the Christmas video, I'll pop it in the link in the description so you can go and check that out. The Bournemouth little Christmas tree, and you've got the stream that runs over as well. Goes all the way through the gardens, which is pretty far. I've walked the distance. Got a radiator. Radiator? Yeah, I've not really been in one of these. They look really interesting when I see photos. It distorts your view quite a bit. You have to kind of do a double take, but yes, let's go and check out the gardens. I've not been in one of these, but they kind of distort kind of reality, because I've seen plenty of my friends taking photos of these, or just strangers, etc., and they just look, if I'm correct, the bridge actually never used to be here, and it actually just used to be a road. I'm pretty sure that's true. I might be wrong. But if so, I'd much rather have the bridge and not have to, dodge the traffic. Anyway, there's an upside down house. You've got to check this out. So there's been mixed opinions with the bridge. A lot of people think it's kind of ugly, and I guess, yes it is, but if I'm correct, pretty cool reindeer. So we're going into the lower gardens now. And because again it's Christmas time, we're going to see some cool decorations, i.e. that's a pretty awesome looking reindeer, and it's going to look amazing when it's lit up. Again, if you want to see that Christmas video, go and check it out in the description. Got some polar bears.
And they say that when you get married, you'll be to a millionaire, but they don't really know.
That's pretty cool. So we'll go that way in a second, But we'll just go up to this little cafe, just up here. So these weren't here last year, like some polar bears. So I think that's amazing. The lights all on the stream, that's going to look really good in the evening. So I used to live in Bournemouth for a good 26 years before moving up to Portsmouth, and it's around the festive season it comes to life, especially with all the lights, all the attractions, all the markets, all the stalls, people enjoying themselves. It's a pretty amazing place to come down to, and I think it rivals most Christmas markets, at least in my opinion anyway. They've set this up for a Christmas kind of festive look. How amazing that! You can get a nice mulled wine there. Picnic on the Pisty. Interesting. So yeah, this has not been there before as well. This is something different. What is that? Is that like a vase? So this used to be a really small aviary, and you got little birds. Sorry, check this guy out. Personally, I don't like to see kind of birds in cages, but if you had seen the one previously, before this one, I mean, this has had a massive facelift. It's much bigger than it used to be, so at least they have a little bit more room to run around. But I like animals, what can you say? Let's go down to the lower gardens now, go down this little ramp. Oh, I can't wait to see these decorations in the evening. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So we've got the bandstand here. It's quite nice. Again, in the summer, they generally play music, and you can just chill out on the grass here. That's really cool. Yeah, you can chill out on the little grassy section here with your friends, have a drink, have something to eat from the cafe, and just watch the music, listen to the band, and have a good time. Yeah, it's closed now, so there's a Christmas tree, there's another Christmas tree, there's another Christmas tree, and there's another Christmas tree. So a lot of people have tried to jump this river. I've been one of them, and I have been successful. But a lot of people have tried and fell in, but luckily it's not too deep, but also you don't really want to fall in that water anyway. Can't imagine what kind of stuff is in it, really. Yeah, especially on a Friday night in Bournemouth, anything could happen. I should know, I lived here for long enough. Cool, so as a kid and a teenager, I used to come here a lot and play crazy golf. Back then, you could play for, it was about £1 to have a game on this crazy golf place, and it was amazing. There's a hole called the Ant Hole, or the Ant Hill, just at the bottom. Incredibly difficult and famously challenging. I think only one person's done that I know in my circle. But yeah, it used to cost £1. I wonder how much it costs today. Yeah, so crazy golf used to cost £1 back in the day. I remember playing it for £1, and now I think it's about £3.50 or £5 for a go, which is quite steep. But then again, crazy golf is fun, and you will have a lot of fun. Going into the lower gardens, wow, there's a Christmas tree. So we'll do the Christmas video later, but on the left is a new complex they built for the cinema. You've got Five Guys, you've got loads of different restaurants. In fact, we'll check that out in a second. But yeah, it used to be, what did it used to be? I'm trying to remember what it used to be. I don't think it used to be anything. I can't remember. I think it was an empty space. could be, no, it was a car park. It used to be a car park. So yeah, it used to be a car park, and now they built a Nando's, a cinema, and kind of used the space really well. In the summer again, or just on a sunnier day, you know, you can come down. Loads of people, like cocktail bar people, are just like practicing their skills with flipping the, I don't know what you call them, the cocktail juices. It's pretty cool. Or just sitting around having a drink. Again, the ice skating ring.
So that's not too bad, because Marty's...
We'll check that out again later. Again, the link will be in the description if you want to check out what this ice ring looks like in the evening, because it looks amazing when everything's all lit up, as well as the little grotto as well, where you can get some your favourite drinks, mulled wine, Baileys, or if you're not a drinker like me, maybe just a non-alcoholic or a Diet Coke. Got the public toilets over there, nothing fancy. So in this section, missing used to be a big balloon. I'll insert an image so you can check it out, but yeah, that went. I'm not 100% too sure why. Maybe it was a financial thing, or just they probably thought they could use the space a little bit better. But yep, there used to be a big air balloon there.
Was this on when we came down?
It's all lit up again. It's Christmas market. Looking forward to going through this and showing you guys what this place is going to look like when everything's all lit up. Especially this little tunnel. That's pretty cool. This is all very new. They didn't do this last year, so they've really gone out. Let's check it out. We'll do a little brief tour of this. Obviously we're doing you'll see a full Christmas video below of the whole market itself, but yeah. So there's two different ways you can go. You can go this way, and that's a different part of the high street, or you can go up in this direction and have more shops. So you've got two different options. This of course used to be the big Debenhams, but it's now, I think it's a nice, it's a pizza place down there. Apparently the pizzas are fantastic. And more of like a crafty department store. Especially at the top you can have like a lot of independent businesses selling their arts and crafts. Again, the Christmas markets, all the market stands are up. Obviously these aren't always here. Got Prep, one of my favourite coffee places. Cool, and here's the high street. It's had a bit of a facelift over the last few years. Some of the shops that used to be here aren't here anymore. That big avenue is now almost a separate Sports Direct. It used to be a Sports Direct, but now it's a collection of different shops. But yeah, a lot of the shops up the top especially have changed, but near enough. It's not a bad place to go shopping. Yeah, Yeah, so you got your little shopping and a few little shops. And that, everyone, is a quick tour of Bournemouth, the High Street, the beach, Pier, Harry and Ramstoms, the Ferris wheel, and also some of the Christmas market as well. As always guys, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Also, I'll link the Christmas market video in the description below. You can go ahead and check that out, or you'll see it in the top right hand corner over here. Click that, follow it through, and again, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.